Hi everyone, it's Tom Jampot here. Gonna play more Galaxy. Let's do Maximus. I think I think that this captain is interacting with the timing window that I'm interested in getting better at in the game. Ah. Um, a lot of these like decks on captains that I don't play that much are like just randomly mages because I was like having a lot of fun and success with mages when I was like s just trying everything out. And now I look at them, I'm like, what on earth? So what do I want to be doing? I want to be fighting my opponent's stuff effectively at like during the first like 8 or 9 turns of the game, which is kind of what every captain wants to be doing. And what I will get in order to help me with that slash reward me for it is a single silver rare until I've like kind of had a functional run already, and then I might be able to, if I'm lucky, turn that into a winning run, depending on the golden legendary. With that in mind, I actually don't think mages is crazy for me to be using as a core, because it looks like I'm not going deep. I'm not taking Genie of the Lamp and Mirror Mage and stuff like that. I'm taking things that make our spells good, because that will help us do this and is somewhat flexible for later. I kind of believe in it. Let's find out if I'm crazy. Plunder Penny just has impressed me. It's hard to get it, like you can't rely on it, and it's also like not super, it's hard to make it like win you the run, which it shouldn't. I bought it on turn one. Um, but the difference between a +5/+1 or that's ambitious. Plus even a +3/+1 all for one, or a +3/+1 down came the rain is massive. Evil Stepmother works with a bunch of mages. I just like having a couple more stats here. This makes sense with both of these. This makes sense here. Are we doing the old Shufflerino? Not when we have a hunt that we care about. Just, yeah, just thinking for a second. Trying not to just like slam things for no reason. It's not Lucky Chest, I think. I'm actually not sure because the uncommons are like not always particularly good, although sometimes basically if the uncommons line up with what you're doing, they can be amazing, but sometimes they do nothing and you're kind of like fine with that. Um, Whereas a lot of the commons are just solid. I'm just gonna take a Magic Acorn. Just a reasonable thing to be doing. Okay. Uh, kind of want to just take a Chaos here. I know I can put it here to help this hunt, but let's just get this done with. And also, I think that's just a good place to have some stat buffs. Okay. A little bit of conflict with a double support, but I think we can make it work. Oh, but then I don't like it. Okay. A little bit lucky. Uh, fantastic turn to be proccing this on. Ooh, there's high risk, high reward. I really want to take this Calypso. Does make that a little weaker. Let's start moving off of like any of this magic acorn nonsense. Huh. So Achilles, if it hits just like once or twice, is that's like a pretty. I don't like doing it, but it is real. We don't want to golden it. So the most aggressive line that I can do here, I think, is take goodie bag, put it in the back here, hope Achilles hunts onto the goodie bag. I think that would set us up really well for the next couple turns. If I True Love's Kiss onto this, I would get a tidy little bundle of bonuses on these three characters. I would get a little bit of a slot bonus wherever I wanted it, and I would get a epic, which I can't, there's no epic in that we have put in that is like crucial for us, um, as far as I can remember. Um, hmm. The thing is, if this Achilles doesn't hunt and we buy this goodie bag, we are in such bad shape. And also, if it drops to 10 health, I think it is like really unreasonable for us to expect not to have it die if it gets attacked. Like, it's just not realistic. This is tricky. This goodie bag is pretty catastrophic if this doesn't work out the way that we want it to. Because we don't have anything that actually buffs our spells yet. We don't have any slot bonuses except this one. Oh, it's like if we had a goodie bag, I think this is the path forward. No, turn 5, 15-15. A 15-10 rather should be able to hunt if it attacks. If it misses once and we lose a full heart, are we? That's where I'm scared, right? Like then our whole board doesn't work. We would have to buff this, have it hunt, use it to amplify our buffs. There's too many misses here. I don't like it. Oh, okay. Um, okay. Now that like my jaw has returned to a position where I can talk from the ground, I think it was aggressive but okay for us to do what we did. This was the unit that we wouldn't have messed with, and this was this is a skip hitting something pretty strong very early. Not very early for like their situation, but for like the general tempo. But so it's possible that we took like a line that had like a maybe like a 15% chance of just straight up losing us. It has to be more than that because it was not strong enough. It could have just survived an attack. Okay. I don't know. Let's say like it was like a 20% chance to like make us like just lose the game. But like I think it might have opened up like basically the expected value was probably higher um, from keeping this in, but like don't love it. Uh, I'm looking at a Boon Willow and a goodie bag, and this is not the time. Um, I don't really see a convincing reason to take any of these in particular, to be honest. This is a pirate, which works with Calypso. Not really what we're not really going to help us out too much. So I like this Achilles if we can keep it hunting, affecting these two in the back line. That seems pretty excellent to me. And then these two just as like big dumb guys. This Rage Mage is very replaceable. Uh, but not really, not really nameless one. I don't think that's it. It's this or Nightshade, but I think the whole point of like having the spell bus was getting us to the point where like if we saw a Down Came the Rain in a mediocre shop, we'd have something to do with it. Also, I would have taken any of these, like last shop, I think. Um, I'm not taking Navi really though. I kind of feel like because we have this Achilles going already to help us scale, let's make sure that I can, yep, keep doing it. And it doesn't take much with the spell buffs, but you do need them if if you want to have any hope of using your spells to like keep your hunts relevant and stuff like that, right? Hmm. Ship shape is kind of far from happening. I don't really want to like cast two spells while this is sticking around with a mage on the board. I think for me right now the question is Bronze Goose or Lost in the Woods, and I feel like it's just Lost in the Woods. So Silvery Moon. Up here, I think. We'll have to see where, like other people are going from here. But right now, this um, mage splash is looking good, right? Like it's, I certainly am not feeling like upset that I don't have a mirror mage in this shop, for example. But I'm still considering this nightshade, so that's a good sign that like this nightshade makes sense, but the mirror mage didn't. Also, I didn't grab that nightshade, but I would have done it much, yeah, like if it had shown up earlier. Kind of want to just keep doing Down Came the Rain. But I guess that's, is this a good shop for us? And will it be a good shop for us next turn? Next turn we're hitting legendaries. Let's get our double breadcrumbs that turn. Uh, I think we've built up enough stats on this rage mage. Let's not do anything foolish. Okay. Um, I don't really want to buy chaos because it kind of costs us a shop, right? Like we'd have to hit something good. I wonder if I should take ship shape in case we can make use of it later, or if I should just like double giant growth something. I guess if I no, giant growth is quite a bit better than many of the spells we could hit off of chaos. I don't think chaos is it. There's nothing that I want to cut here. This Achilles I'll want to cut pretty soon. I'm gonna keep it on for at least one more turn though. Nice. That's the classic Achilles experience, is that you are like, okay, I'm gonna get one more hunt off of it the turn that you should have taken it out. But that's every single time. It's amazing. We have nothing to make Daedalus work, right? Okay. Next turn we get our golden legendary, which is a great sign. Okay. Interesting. Never mind. I know we could have gone somewhere with that, but also I'm gonna start keeping track of how often Actually, I'm gonna start doing this right now. Just gonna really quickly Alt tab out and add another sheet to one of my spreadsheets and call this one True Love's Kiss Regretted. Yes, no. Let's put one in the yes column. Oh, very important actually. Like, so I'm half joking with this whole thing. Uh, but I am gonna do results character level. I got a secret rare that I regretted. I just think I use it a little too often because I'm like, it's worked out a few times. Um, and let's get a better handle on, if that's real or not. Sure wish I had a Daedalus right now, and I also really wish that Daedalus was still in the deck right now. Not because it's amazing, but because these numbers are like almost enough for me to move forward with them. I guess this? Yeah, I mean, I have no real reason to think that like I'm gonna pick up a lot of heroes or villains. Uh, Dravina extra awkward when like spells are the best thing for us to do with our shops, right? I guess Thorn is technically the best thing to be doing with Dravina. That's probably more stats actually. Would I True Love's Kiss this turn? They can't all be bad, right? Oh shoot, I should have considered Shadowmancer there for sure. Huh. I'm really loath to get rid of this Morgan Le Fay, just because I think it's like already big and ranged. Okay, we're gonna put one no in the True Love's Kiss regretted counter, and we're gonna say secret rare golden. And of course, this is like not a very useful chart, like on its own, because like it really depends what you're transforming, right? Like I just thought that the Conan was gonna take forever to hunt, and I don't care. I like just give me something good right now. Um, and certainly give me some direction, right? Like, although I guess we kind of have set our direction. Um, Whereas that Daedalus kind of gave us opportunities, even though it wasn't good yet. I don't know. Cute. Shadowmancer. I just don't think we can get stats onto it at the end of the day. Like when you have Goldilocks, Fire, Tuck, Shadowmancer, Goodie Bag, like you can, and like this much health, you can sometimes just like make it work. Like those are all base set things, but it's just good enough. Um, Not even just sometimes, like it's a pretty reasonable, like it's actually a very, very powerful end game. It's just like every single one of those is greedy. You need to find some way to make them strong. Hmm. I just don't think we can expect that to happen before we would like be doing something else better. Statue of Olympus is kind of cute. No, no, because this fire tuck. Well, it means that we don't have to do this breadcrumbs. I think that's better than gingerbread oven. We don't have anything that scales this, and it doesn't synergize particularly with our team. Yeah, I like that actually. It means if we find something good in our first shop, we're not like tempted to bread. I don't know. It just works. Interesting. Goldilocks not looking great. As always, kind of cute when like Good Witch actually can kill. It matters. Come on. Nope. That's actually, what am I saying? This is fine. This Goldilocks has not done anything. Just something to think about. I think we're gonna have to find a Mixo-Macho to scale this goodie bag, and that's a-okay by me. We have a Merlin's Tome to help us do it. I don't see a way to do it on board. Our spells are so far from being strong enough, and we don't really have a good way to like multiply them anymore. But we just didn't have the setup anymore, not by turn 13, not with this number. I think we're at the stage of the game, or like, sorry, this is not about a stage in the game, like in a linear sense, but like I think from what I remember seeing from our opponents, I don't think we need a mousetrap as much as a stinky. Just like, yeah, I think so. Just, we already have this Wicked Witch, I guess, and like it's not like there's one single mega unit that we're trying to deal with. I'm okay with that. There's our double double finally, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Might still be the thing to do. I'm not sure which is. No, it seems like this is pretty clearly better. It's only one heart left. This is meaningful. Okay, I like having our two weak things right up here so that if this, like we don't spew this, but I don't know what I was doing having this fire tuck in front of the Spirit of Vengeance. That seems like it's just like throwing it away. Okay. Okay. Something happened that turn, but I mean, what happened that turn is I'm looking at a golden flop seat. Absolutely, yes, we are. I like Captain Hook, maybe here. It's kind of awkward because this goodie bag doesn't actually do enough. But I guess it just doesn't do enough, period. I think it's probably its like best usage actually is just to like hopefully be the last thing Like it dies at the end. Yeah, that makes some degree of sense to me. I don't think it matters what we buy out of this shop, which guess we should have bought the combat spell or something. But it seems to me like it's mostly going to be up to fight RNG. You know, like if that had gone a little differently, could have been a summoning or something off of that. But okay, well, I guess it's not even up to. No, it is, because, yep, it isn't, because I can't do math. Okay, so that was a really fun game. I think, got an incredibly early Maximus. And then it was a treasure. Didn't do anything as its legendary, but enabled a True Love's Kiss that was 100% of our late game. We didn't do anything in the late game except cast a True Love's Kiss on a golden and have 3 hearts to scale. Hold on, we basically we didn't use all 3 hearts, right? Like we had enough health to scale this off of. So it's a way that you can power through even like the most disgusting boards, right? Is like, yes, scam, but like, mise them, but like also set up to make that happen, like I the first True Love's Kiss didn't work, did the second one. Um, and I'm not advocating just throwing that spell around willy-nilly. In fact, the whole point is that I'm trying to see like, am I doing it too much? But if there are truly no other outs, um, that you can see, the base game does just present you with like ways to make it work. I think I actually have been like, I really wish I'd recorded these, but I was playing on my phone. I had two like really fun back-to-back Merryweather games where I've kind of stopped thinking about like what an end game board is supposed to be, right? And I think that has made such a difference in my playing that captain, because like just had really weird stuff happen like that where I knew that I could do that the Merryweather stuff was good enough to get me to like turn 12 basically. Um, and that if that wasn't good enough, I was gonna have to find something else. And I found something else, and each time, without having to like plan for it from turn one or anything like that, like so. And because it was very likely that I wouldn't need it, I only figured it out once I was in this head-to-head situation. Um, okay, bye for now. See you later.